and bushafo baby be our be a honchia ke see pa de ma no. Sabre sortiment kan e dia me so e PK for ASENSO. My name is host Lord and eba be produce program ya mama na fe de yede dwumede no ahyehyɛ so mam kama. Saso na director Danny any A class so boa with production at large intino sabre afi na wadwane ya agye akonya Ronu ya na unya so friend ni na afi de yan to ato ankomo na bibia anya so kaba koso kama. For the meantime, mesa so aka wo say onye share link na ma wo busuafo ne adofo nyina na obi biara embe join na enya kama. Esramo pi nyame eboa yene yenwa bema na Kwame Akowa ebe twetwe nkomo next week. And next week, he has a good news for us. So many a times people are trying to send money back home to actually pay for their housing mortgage, and I say we are trying to get mortgage to buy a house in Ghana. Well, Nana Kwame Akowa has a plan and a good news for you. You can get your mortgage right here in America for a house that you try to buy in Ghana or wherever you try to get the house. But right now, what I know is Ghana. So when he joins, we can find out if there are opportunities for people who want to actually buy homes in different parts of Africa. But Nana Kwame, that's the good news for us in terms of getting a home or purchasing a home in Ghana with a mortgage right here in the United States. And if you now try to figure out how you can get that in Ghana, and also with some crazy atrocious rate. So next week, that's what we're going to be trading here on the show. I don't know, say if I saw the email out, but then please, due to that, can we all just share the link in the Zoom so that it can reach the majority of people that needs to hear this good news. Today, it's a legal session with our very own lawyer, RHODA Ajimine. So we are here to get some good news about the updates that happened last week. So that would be exciting. So please make sure you share the great news to your friends and loved ones so that we can all join. And before we go into the commercial, I'd like to give you the question of the day so that you can start ponder over it. The question of the day is: you told yourself new year, new me in January, right? It's July. What's one habit you swore you would start by your bed, couch, or Netflix? Clearly vetoed. So basically, if there was one habit that you decided to change this year, have a new you, and now being the midpoint midpoint with, and today's topic is about midpoint as well. To not being the midpoint of the year, what is it that you wanted to stop, but your couch didn't let you stop it, or your bed didn't let you stop it, or the Netflix programs and shows that you've been watching didn't let you stop it? So that is what we're talking about. You can put your answer of the day or in the chat session, or whenever we get a chance to talk, you can also tell us about it. With that being said, I would like to say thank you all for joining today's show. We are very, very appreciative of your support and patronage. And I must say, on behalf of the team, we are very grateful for being with us all the time. We'd like to thank our sponsors for actually taking time out of the busy schedule and also supporting us, and also coming to the show to witness the good stuff that we do over here. I'd like to recommend Feel Good Services. For your Feel Good Services, talks about, in case you're looking for mental health educator, look no further about Feel Good Services. You can find them at feelgoodservices@gmail.com and reach out to them and just see how best they can help you. Got great stuff, great information. Very soon we'll be bringing them back for them to also give us some good tips about all these mental health issues that we got going on and how best we can actually deal with it as we maneuver life's experiences. See, I can't Feel Good Service. Let's talk about Feel Good Homes. In case you're looking for a very cozy place to live, a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, a studio apartment, even a 3-bedroom and a 4-bedroom house to rent, which you yourself and your family these holidays now, or be Ghana for the summer break with the entire family. Look no further about Feel Good Homes. Feel Good Homes are some great apartments located at Pokwase. Depending on your proximity where you are and what will be more comfortable for you and your family. Pokwase, they have one at East Legon, Jirangano, and also East Legon Hills. Also, they do have some houses for sale. It's a 4-bedroom and a 3-bedroom house. Whenever you reach out to them, tell them P.KAY sent you, and that is a hidden discount that you're looking for, and they'll put in my name and get you that discount that you need. But contact them at +1 513 372 5758, or you can still use the same email address, feelgoodservices@gmail.com, to contact them for that accommodation. TapTapSend, the best way to send money back home. TapTapSend is our lead and our outstanding sponsor for this show. Hence the name Time with TapTapSend. Please download the app. If you already have the app and you're already sending money back home, God bless you. Thank you. But if you are just hearing about TapTapSend, please make sure you go to your Google Play Store or your App Store, download the app. It's easy, it's fast, secured, and also very, very, very convenient. There's no transfer fee, zero transfer fee. Once you sign up, make sure you put in the promo code PK, P-KAY, and get your $25 on your first transaction. Once you get that $25 and you send me a screenshot of that, I will actually personally send you a bag of rice for you to try your Numspedede. So please make sure you do that if you haven't done that already. And like I said, TapTapSend is the best place to use and the best app to use. Like the slogan go, TapTapSend, Papa no. And they have so many new stuff coming. TapTapSend just sponsored the all-white boat party with Kwabena right here in Cincinnati, Kentucky, Columbus. Everybody was out there to have it, celebrate, have a good time. So keep using TapTapSend so that TapTapSend can keep going out there to do a lot of corporate social responsibilities as well. Thank you. I would also like to introduce you to a very new program with Pat and Associates. So Pat and Associates is a financial service company that actually help professional financial advisors to help manage your money. Okay, some of the things that they do is asset protection, investment, retirement accounts, and also auto and home insurances. They actually also help you with life insurance. I always tell people, if you live and you don't have any life insurance, that is something that can actually be a detrimental issue for yourself and your family. So it's very, very important to always have life insurance, not just for you, but for your family as well. They also help you out with your mortgages, legal protection, college funds, tax savings, smart home security, small businesses insurance, and also transfer accounts. A whole lot of things that they do. And they have a pure protection and also a separate investment that you will own and as well. So please contact Pat at 646-247-4637. Again, the number is Pat. The name is Pat, and the number is 646-247-4637. Or you can reach them out at Patricia Eduse at Patricia Eduse 2 at gmail.com. Again, the email is Patricia Eduse 2 at gmail.com, and they will be able to help you take care of everything that you need to make things better for you. All right. with Tatap Zen.
Thank you, PK. Abushanfo,
And the
what
sound
about
in it
check
is, how's
akra?
my sound
No,
today?
you sound clear.
Okay.
Aquano kind of say clear.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you obey with to sound very clear?
Anything I want to
And
send the email now.
I ask more.
Simple.
Nti mame say yeti for say mo fan say email ni dey send keko out but due to one or two things being anko out. We see what will happen next time. Mo fan share we from.
Can you answer the question for the day then before Uber call your updates from Tatap Zen? No.
Okay, PK. Honestly, me, I'm not a fan of New Year resolution and stuff. Being honest, into
Honestly, me
me,
too.
because
I know
me
most
every
people are
day,
that.
yeah. I know, but me, I see every day as the same day. Me, who difference home. So I do my things based on the time. I mean, into me can't be that. Nti o de to na me dwendwene say na me wo plans bi wo e wo madwum but even the 1st of January I was very ill. Me gina hokra no mani so breme but nti I didn't even have time to even think about all these things. Nti we dey abusuan for mo fan che me PK be pe question for from me anka me ya no but
And
um
you want to best no. I just
there be
answer
around
it.
o mama nkwa me dey special.
Oh,
I
the
know dey
one
nka.
special one I be busa about email the way you are no into no I don't know.
Email ni dey say
Where you are very into and I
bureaucratic
don't know.
kakra mo fan che.
What are the updates from Tatap Zen?
Okay, Abuja, for your better say, I mean, for the support,
Now
the
I don't know.
support, I mean,
Before we proceed, I just remembered. Why is it that there was no draw for the Ghana for Korea? No? I don't know. No man prediction. I want to. And I know if Ghana be winning, no man prediction.
Okasa gu masum, intimate. Okasa gu masum, intimate. Oh, actually, I don't think so. So, I honestly, I never thought that even you would have predicted CBLUSU 1-0. Well, it has happened. And I pass could be answer Emre. So what happened is so can email now you send it for the first 3 matches now. We said our first 3 matches, right? So we're anticipating say after the match, maybe we'll do more. Yeah, and conclude now a lot of things goes through because now legal issues, you have to go back and forth and also correct BB and sana they are to from there. And in a man basa. Nanka de near ready, yet the near command they are painting black and you red go green, but just say na yam share there. Would they say some abo pa
Any updates?
Anyway, every Fonty, you better massive for the support at my year. And now tap any blaster the your Fonty support at Modia Mayan and Yeniso. I will use this platform to thank everybody who wish the Black Star well. I mean, it's Ghana. Your Jumano, Nina, and say, Pesa Ghana, ye in Tinia Bahan Bedi, they say, will be a bit más and this crack or Ghana, na in Sue Yiri, and Sema Koko Kosun, the Abobo, a bush for back home. That is the main reason why we are all working here. In Kenya Sabi and Kemubi, no, draw. Okay, we'll be doing a different thing, but yeah, Percy a one conformity. PK, me, updating and also me a short kakrana afe next week at the Bibrabeka. I think say you can about wallet and check. This time the say very close, and we are hoping say Ghana City and so on baby CCI. Until we are hoping say end of the month no there. Na wallet and US will be answer Canada. Canada fonya and say yanka there, but after US no we are coming to Canada. Until munya ye ho abotre. And wallet and so buy pay not just a tap send card and so aba. Until no ubitimi there P akɔyɛ grocery and shopping ne biribiara nti sika sending no bɛyɛ very easy for each and everybody here nti na kakra bi a mɛwɔ ka no WhatsApp no nso deɛ maka kyerɛm this time yɛde US na ɛbɛyɛ piloting nti US na wobɛstarte wobɔ hi I want to send money to Ghana na ɔno abusa wo details na kyerɛ sɛ AI na ɛde yɛ adwuma no nti na piki kakra yɛwɔ ma mu ni nti yɛdam ase bebree.
All right, thank you very much for the updates. And this is the update from Tatap Zen. Again, like I said, Tatap Zen is the leading sponsor for or the main sponsor for this program, Time with Tatap Zen. And the main purpose of this show is to actually bring you more valuable information that will help highlight, report, and also educate slash entertain um, our viewers and also our customers as well. With that being said, I'd like to also introduce our special guest for tonight, and then Obiase, our very own lawyer Rhoda Ajimai, OT's favorite person. Um, OT, I know Sir OT is watching us right now, probably with a different name, and he will bring this question. Lawyer, welcome to the show and welcome back to
Yes, yes, A.
You
hey,
see,
I'm still
you see,
repping
you see,
Ghana.
Can say
you, you,
hey.
you see, PK Safi Wohun.
Me am
You
crash
see,
me. I should have bought a Columbia jersey. But then USA is playing tonight, and the boys will perform. The boys will do well. So go USA.
That's
So
right.
Ghana FIMA, USA will represent Ghana. So
Exactly.
it will happen.
Exactly.
Well, lawyer, we are very happy to see you.
Happy to see you all. Happy to be here again. Again,
Actually,
yes.
producer is
I
so
know.
excited.
I wore
Producer,
this for you. I did. Yes, I did.
producer is so excited to just see you in the jersey because also in Doko Ejumano, what you almost sitting with Ejumem. The co-workers.
Oh, why? But just because we lost doesn't mean I'm not Ghanaian. I
No,
still have to represent
I'm
Ghana.
pretty sure he probably went to work and just do kwa and told them that oh
Oh,
Ghana
we're
is
going to
probably lifting
win.
up the cup. Oh yes,
Mm,
he's a firm believer in Ghana. I think he believes in Black Stars more than even director Danny. Trust me. Hey, this guy will fight me on the soccer field. I'm his top striker. He even decided to select me that day and
I
told me
like that.
to
He's
join the other
loyal.
team.
He's
Yes,
loyal.
and told me that because I said England was going to lose to Ghana was going to lose to England. You know, one select me that day. Wow, I said wow.
But yes,
Well, I
good
know so today
evening.
is going to be a very short one.
Yeah.
Great updates and more room and more time for questions. I want to put a disclaimer out there. Please, when we say it's Q&A time, ask all your questions. Ask all your questions as soon as possible. The moment you wait till last minute and the time is up, numbers started the but yeah, that's where I go. You can touch she's still in the office and she has to
I
get
am.
home to her family. So please, once we say Q&A, like even the questions can start coming right now and we will just deal with it by the time we get there and everything will be smooth, everything will be fine. Those of you on Facebook and YouTube, I know say you guys complain a lot, say I don't get to read your questions because Zoom for them and your more questions about more. Hence, it's because we were trying to promote a lot of people to come on Zoom to watch and have that fresh sign information, but it still doesn't take away anything from those of you on Facebook and YouTube. I promise you today I'll go there and just read all your questions for you. All right, lawyer, over to you.
Thank you, thank you. Good evening. Okay, so I guess I'm part of the Tap Tap for Time with Tap Tap family. But for those who
Oh
don't know me,
yes, you are.
my name is Rhoda A-FRIMPONG, immigration attorney at Bethel Law. My office is in Massachusetts, but I have clients throughout the world. So if it's U.S. immigration, family-based immigration, meaning you are filing for your mother, your father, your wife, your husband, your children, you want to go to school, you came to visit, you want to apply for some job or something like that, I am the person for you. I do some immigration court cases. I do not do employment-based. So the people who are trying to file for a national interest waiver, they came to the US, they have a master's degree. They want to tell America that they should be allowed to stay here because they have a great idea. Unfortunately, as of now, we don't take those cases. But anything else I can help you with. I am Ghanaian, okay? I'm representing Ghana, even though we lost, but we still made it. So at least, my Ghanaianness has not changed because we didn't win. So I'm here to talk about birthright citizenship because PK made me promise I'd come back. And I'm a woman of my word, so I'm here. But before I jump to that, I wanted to just give a few other updates that are somewhat, they're just as important, maybe not to Ghanaians per se, because it doesn't affect us too much, but some of it also will affect us. Maybe some of you know. Big thing that happened a few weeks ago, TPS, which is temporary protective status. The Supreme Court said that basically the courts cannot get involved in what the government decides to do. So TPS is when the government decides that a country is too volatile or it's not safe enough for its people to live in or to return to. So Haiti, for example, has been considered a TPS designation for a long time since the earthquake years ago. And so people who come from Haiti were able to stay in the United States. They were able to get work permits and renew it every so often, as long as this country said that their home was unsafe to go to. Earlier last year, I believe, sometime last year, the administration stated that Haiti is now safe. And so the Haitians should return home, which is interesting because at the same time, there's a travel advisory that says that Haiti is not safe to travel to. But either way, this administration decided that Haiti should not have that protective status anymore. They were challenged. The case went all the way to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said, technically, a court cannot tell the governments that they cannot say someone's country is unsafe. Congress did not give a judge that authority. So the fact that the judge said that the Trump administration violated a rule technically is not right. And so the Supreme Court said, back to the courts, back to the lower judge. The judge has to now do what they must do. So what that means in reality is that Haitians are likely to lose their TPS status, which means that most of them will be undocumented, or will have to find another way to stay here lawfully. So if you have Haitian friends or Haitian family, well, I don't know if Ghanaians here have married, maybe you're married to a Haitian. This is affecting a lot of Haitians, as well as Syria. I think Syria was also another country. So that's that with TPS. Another update, citizenship, naturalization application fees may be going up. I want to say may because it's not officially settled yet. When the government wants to make any changes when it comes to some fees and things of that sort, they do what's called a proposed rule. They bring up, okay, this is what we plan on doing in the future. And then they give we, the public, the opportunity to tell them what we think, whether we want this or whether we don't want this. We can comment and say, no, things should stay as they are, or no, things should change. It's democracy. So, democratic country, you get to voice your opinions. But they're saying that the fee could change. Right now, the application for naturalization, people who want to become US citizens, they have a green card, they want to now become, I swear my oath to the United States and get a blue book. The application fee right now is $760 if you submit the application by paper through the mail. If you submit the application online, virtually, it's $710. So there's about $50 difference. That's the fee right now. They're looking to increase the paper application fee to $1,330. So I'm not the best at math, but it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. If I think about $500 difference, they want to increase it. And if you're trying to submit the application online, they want to increase that one to $1,280 for you to apply for naturalization. So if you are eligible, this might be a good time to consider applying for naturalization. Again, it may change, it may not, but likely it will. So if you don't want to pay $500 more, plus attorney fees and everything else that's involved with that, then this might be a good time to apply for it. Okay, birthright citizenship. So last week, I think the last day that the Supreme Court's held session before they go on summer break, because everyone needs rest, they released their decision regarding birthright citizenship. So here's the background about it. Originally, this whole birthright citizenship, it's called a citizenship clause. It comes from the 14th Amendment. And that 14th Amendment came into being because back in the day, way back in the day, America had something called slavery. And individuals who were of African descent, children of slaves or slaves themselves, were not considered citizens. And so back in the day, when a slave had a child, they wouldn't recognize that child as a US citizen. And so when the 14th Amendment that's when they wrote the 14th Amendment and it was ratified, meaning that most of the states decided that we need to change this and make this a law. So that happened in 1868 through the 14th Amendment, meaning that anybody who was born on US soil is considered a US citizen. The original intention, or at least the context within which this whole clause came about, was because of slavery. That's important, so remember that. So about 30 years later, there was a situation where an Asian couple had a child in, I believe, San Francisco, somewhere in the United States. And they were basically stating that that child was not a US citizen because at that time, China and America weren't really on good terms. So things were kind of shaky at that time. Not China, excuse me, Asians and America were not on good terms at that time. And so they were trying to deny that that child was a US citizen. The case went obviously through the court systems. That was 30 years after. And it officially became what we know as the ABCs of constitutional law in America. If you're born in the United States, whether your parent has status or not, you are a US citizen. And that's what it's been since 1898. No one's ever challenged it. January 20th, 2025, Donald Trump comes into office and says, absolutely not. We're not doing that anymore. So he writes in an executive order stating that, I believe it's February of last year, if you were born in the United States and at least one parent is not a US citizen. So I believe the executive order actually said the father. If a child is born and the, let's say, parent is not either a permanent resident or a US citizen, then that child is not a US citizen. So it means anybody, let's say a person comes to America for school. You came to US on an F1 visa, you're trying to get your master's degree, and maybe you came with your wife and you all end up getting pregnant and having a child. Because neither of you are permanent residents or US citizens, that child would not be a US citizen. That is, if this executive order had actually passed and became law. And if it was put into effect, that's what the world would look like. You know, students come here, they give birth, but their kids don't have citizenship. Or people who entered maybe on a visitor's visa 20 years ago, 25 years ago, they came to America and they have a child and they're undocumented, that child also wouldn't be considered a US citizen. That's if Donald Trump's executive order was put into effect and actually became law. The Supreme Court said, yeah, no. They said absolutely not. The law of the land is and will forever be, at least unless they challenge it, that if you're born on US soil, you are considered a US citizen, whether your parents have status or not. There are some exceptions to that rule in general, and it usually applies to diplomats because diplomats aren't considered part of the United States. They are representing the country that they are coming from. So there's a small exception there, but beyond that, there's a few other exceptions that I believe it regarding Native Americans as well. So if you're from the Native American tribe, some tribes, even though you're born in America, you're not considered a U.S. citizen. But on the whole, for we Ghanaians and most other Africans and other nationalities, if you give birth to a child in the United States, the child is a US citizen, whether you have status or not. Some people might say this, why does this matter? Well, once that child becomes 21, that child now has the ability to file for the parents. And so for a lot of people, they were concerned because, okay, the law won't go backwards. So if you had already given birth and your child is, let's say, 20, turning 21 in December, if this became law, it wouldn't have affected you anyway, but it would affect those going forward. Thankfully, that's not going to be the reality. The law is and remains that if you're born in the United States, whether your parents have status or not, you are a US citizen. And that is that. And the last thing I will say is that because I attended a seminar conference last week, USCIS, they are processing cases, okay? I went to an interview last week, Tuesday, the couple got approved. It was a marriage case. Another clients of mine went to an interview by themselves, she and her mother on Thursday in Virginia. They got approved. The mother is going to get a green card through her daughter. So birthright citizenship right there. The woman came here years ago. Something happened. She couldn't leave. She gave birth to a child here. 21 years later, the child filed for her, and now she's a permanent resident. And that wouldn't have happened if birthright citizenship, wasn't a thing. So I'm saying that to say cases are still being processed. People are still being approved, but immigration is really, really checking for fraud. A lot of fraud. And so if you're filing something and your 1 + 1 is not 2 and things are not adding up, please think twice. Think twice. I'm done. That's it.
Wow.
Short and sweet, like me.
Is this the shortest immigration show we've ever had with
It
you?
might be. It might be. I think. Yeah, I think so.
Because we started at 6:15, and
Yeah.
in 15
I
minutes,
keep it
we got
concise.
17
I try to
minutes.
keep it concise.
Thank you very much. This was
My
awesome.
pleasure.
We must say, you just basically nailed it, and you said you said it. You said it prior to that. Fingers crossed. Actually, that was your words. Fingers crossed. And I know stuff like this makes you attorneys excited because your main passion is to help the underprivileged, and also those who are, you know, underserved, and
Mhm.
um, just to put smiles in the faces of people legally. And I'm excited
Mhm.
that you're able to just get that taken care of. And the Supreme Court really did a great job. Thank you for actually coming to break it down to us and letting us know what's going on in the updates. We are super excited about it. Super,
We
super, super
are.
excited about it because it's something that people were looking forward to. With that being said, I'm gonna open up the floor for questions. If you want to speak, just put your hands up, your emoji hands up, and we will unmute you. And any question that you have, you can just throw it out there. Now, granted, we did talk about updates today, but we got some room for about, you know, what is our deadline, Rhoda?
Today you got me till 7 because I do have
7.
another meeting.
So,
Yeah.
and that is enough time, guys.
Yeah.
That's enough time. Usually, when the updates are a lot and she just keep going and going and going and going, it's very difficult for you to actually get all this stuff taken care of. So that is a lot of time that we have. We have about 27 minutes just to actually get by and get our stuff taken care of. So put your hands emojis up and we will call you, or put your questions in the chat and we'll read the questions as well. But before we proceed, I would like to also take opportunities. Lawyer gave us some time. I'd like to also chime in a little bit of what our commercials do, our sponsors do as well. So if you weren't here earlier when we were talking about sponsorship, our sponsors, Feel Good Services, in case you're looking for a mental health educator, please reach out to Feel Good at feelgoodservices@gmail.com. Again, the company is Feel Good Services, but the person running it Feel Good. That's why I said please reach out at feelgoodservices@gmail.com. So that is the email for Feel Good Services. Um, and also, in case you're looking for a good place to actually, go put your head down and also enjoy time with your families and also have a good time with them, please reach out to Feel Good Homes at +1 513-372-5758, and that will be a very good one for you and your family. If so far as in Ghana, they are located at Pokwase, East Legon, Achengano, and also East Legon Hills. So please make sure you take advantage of that. Tap set the best on the market. If you do not have tap set by now, then I don't know what to really tell you. You're supposed to be having tap set. You know that. You are looking at me. I'm looking at you. Did you download the app? You did not. You see, that's why you need tap set, for you to be able to send money back to your family. It's you know very safe, secured, and very convenient. And that is something that it would be exciting to actually have you enroll. Go to the Google Play Store, download the app, and put in the promo code PK, P-KAY, and get your $25. Cool $25. Also, I'd like to talk to you about Pattern Associates. In case you're looking for a good financial advisor to help manage your money for you in terms of asset protection, life insurance, college funds, tax savings, and also all the good stuff that comes with your finances, and help you manage the good stuff. They said we have a pure protection and a separate investment that you will own it. So please make sure that you reach out to Pattern Associates at +1 646-247-4637. Thank you very much, and we were gonna go right into the questions and answers. Um, let's go ahead and read. Oh, before we proceed, Lawyer Rhoda, what was one thing that you sworn you were not gonna do again during the New Year resolution, but maybe your bed, your couch, or your Netflix stopped you from actually accomplishing that? When you tell me, when you say yours, I'll tell mine before I actually go read the Zoom questions.
So I don't do
New Year
what's that thing called?
resolution.
Yeah, New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
But I did tell myself that, well, I would be more fit or healthier. So I've done. What did my couch and Netflix not allow me to do? I don't have time to be on the couch. I work too much. So I would say I think the one thing I wanted to do
You did
better
it.
this year was leave the office at a reasonable time. I think
like
that's
that.
what that, but yeah, I haven't been able to do that.
I
Yeah.
like the legal term, a reasonable time. That's
Yeah,
good.
Donald Trump's not letting me leave the office at a reasonable time, so I'll blame him.
That's good. Well, mine was pretty easy. Mine was to work on myself. And I promise I'm gonna work on myself on that because I think I'm a type of person. I think I got zero tolerance for stupidity, and in this world that we live, sometimes you just
Okay.
got to see what people do and just laugh about it and just walk away. But I try to walk away and I think about it like, did that person just really say that? Did that person just really, bully this
Mm,
person? Did that person just really curse this person out? And it's
mm,
like, no, I need to step in and make sure that get resolved. And sometimes I feel like, my own business, just go about it. But then my commander always said when we used to be in the military that the last thing you want to do by not stepping is watch it on the news that the guy that you left getting bullied got killed, and you're not gonna be able to sleep the rest of your life peacefully. So
that's
always
good.
step in, and step out to make sure that things are getting taken care of. So that is one thing that I try to do by controlling. But then I guess I'm not able to achieve that yet. As Asiaban says, pastries will not let me be. Oh, New Year's. Um, was it New Year, New Me, Ampa? 101 pounds up. That's a lot. Oh, 10 pounds up. That's realistic though. I thought I saw 101 pounds up. That's realistic. But yeah, I don't do New Year resolutions. I think say every day is supposed to be a blessed day. Every day is supposed to be something that I'm supposed to do new to get myself better. So
Right.
Veronica, please put your hands up. Let me call you. I saw your hands, and I want to make sure that you get the time to talk. Please, if you're looking for the contact information for our lawyer, it's Bethel Law Group. Telephone number is 508-439-4445. And the email address is connect@bethellawgroup.com. Instagram is Bethel Law Immigration. Please reach out to them, set up a time to do a consultation with them, and they will walk you through the process as great as possible. Sandra says my volume is low. Hey, Sandra again. Is my volume low? Lawyer.
No, I can hear just fine.
Sandra, adjust your volume on your end. What? Jaisa. And that major fancy say my volume here no open say be shine. Veronica, please tell us where you're calling from and your question.
I'm calling from Massachusetts.
Hey, so you're right next to the lawyer. You're right next to the lawyer.
Yeah,
Very, very.
I think I'm 40 to 45 minutes away. Yeah, it takes
Oh,
me
okay.
40 minutes to drive from here.
Oh,
My
okay.
question is, I think I do have a friend that he came to this country. We are all immigrants anyway. Got married, got the green card, but it was denied. But now she has a son who is 20 years old. So she told me that the lawyer I did advise her because the reason that he couldn't renew the 2 years is because they find it
Fraud.
what is the word? Like it
Fraud.
wasn't what
Real marriage.
Genuine.
yes, genuine, yes. But there was no deportation. They didn't put no deportation or nothing on her. So the lawyer was advising her when she got denied years back, she was a little frustrated. So she did advise her that if she can wait for the son to turn 21, she can file for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to find out. I don't know. I said I don't know much. So she wasn't like quite sure. So he goes, it can be 50-50, it depends. So that means he can ask for his FOIA for the lawyer to read through what were the denial, like more details about it. That's the only way she can determine her stand, whether the son can file for her or she cannot.
Yeah. So the lawyer is not wrong.
Okay.
U.S. citizen child over the age of 21 can file for their parents. Yes.
Regardless
However,
of. Mhm.
there's an exception there. However, however, if the parent is subjected to what's called 204C, it's a law bar, right? 204C bar, then unfortunately the child cannot file for the parents. Let me put it this way: they can file for the parents. The parents might get approved for the petition, meaning that yes, we believe that your child is a U.S. citizen. Yes, we believe that this is your child, but the
Mhm.
green card cannot be issued. The reason is that 204C bar basically says that if you try to get a green card or get an immigration benefit through fraudulent means, such as a fake marriage, meaning that the government determined that your marriage is fake. And it's not that they just say we suspect, like they actually stay in the denial that this is a sham or fraudulent marriage. And, you know, there's some specific terminology that they have to include in that letter. Then the person is barred, meaning that she can wait 20 years, 21 years, the child can become a citizen, but that person cannot get a green card through their child or through anybody unless they're able to prove that that first marriage that immigration assumes or suspects is a fake marriage is indeed not a fake marriage. That's the only way you can get around that. So the lawyer is not wrong, which is why the lawyer is asking for so FOIA is Freedom of Information Act, where you are asking the government to release documents that pertain to you, the person, or in this case, the lawyer is asking for documents that pertains to this woman, so that he or she can go through the documents to see what was the basis of the denial. Is it that they suspect, or is it that it's an actual finding? Because those are two different things. Now, if there's a finding and there's a conclusive, definitive, you are barred, then the child being 21 isn't going to change anything unless the government got it wrong, unless the woman's relationship was a real relationship and, you know, she wants to go and try to fix that and figure that out. Oh, I'm done.
Oh, all right, Veronica. So if anything, you can grab lawyer RHODA's number and just give it to the person. Because like you say, you don't have the full details. So it'll be best for her to really understand and maybe make sure. Because if it's fake, it's fake. Nobody can do anything about it. You're pretty much done. So, but like she said, if they're able to prove beyond that reasonable doubt, then there could be something to be done about it. So thank you very much. Andy O, please tell us where you're calling from and your question.
So I am calling from Chicago. Did I unmute?
Chi-town
Chi-town.
in the building, right?
Okay. Yes. So thank you, advocate, for all you do and educate us on that. So based on what you just said, can I assume that if a person so this is what it was. The person was found on a fraudulent way in achieving citizenship, had their children here. And
sorry, clarify that for me. The person did what?
She was her charges she got it revoked, her citizenship, because
okay, so she was denaturalized. She became a citizen and they took her to federal court.
Yes. So
basically took away the citizenship.
Yes, she was a citizen, and they ripped her off that based on the findings. And
Andy, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Was she a citizen for a very long time before they ripped her off?
Yes. And I mean, this the truth of why they got that based on dual identity. So they ripped her off, you know, just like we do. And then eventually came out. So she has her children here. She has 2 children. So based on what you're saying, even if the children file for her, she's still not going to get it because of what she previously did, right?
No. So what I'm saying is if she is barred because of a fraudulent marriage, then yes, she cannot be petitioned. She can be petitioned for, but she can't get a green card. I don't know what led to the denaturalization. Did they go and investigate her marriage and realize the marriage was fraudulent?
Not hers was dual identity.
As in she stole someone's identity?
No. What did she do?
I
don't want them. Or he said now did for fraba or did for the
okay. Okay.
Yeah, or did for a krata.
Okay.
So she had become a citizen, but then when she got a case from a Juma which was, I don't want to say much, but she had a case that compounded onto her being investigated.
A criminal matter, BBC.
Yes.
Okay.
They get up to the fact to say she's already had criminal dealings in the past.
Okay.
And she came to lie to say, what she currently has. Even, you know, she was a citizen for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Into your Jeffrey in seminar, you're jailing for a while, and after the jail sentence, and now you deport her. Into regardless, into your child is even 100 years born as an American. Won't even your mouth because of
Yeah. So her ability to get a green card isn't based on, you're trying to say, a marriage. Hers is not the 204C bar. That one is specifically because fraudulent marriage. What you're describing is more so just fraud and misrepresentation, which is a different situation altogether.
Okay.
That is, I won't say that alone means that she can't ever get a green card, honestly, but in practical terms, she probably won't. It would be a lot of, you know, it would be an uphill battle because number one, it sounds like is she deported? Has she been removed out of the United States?
For a long time. She's been gone for over 10 years now.
Oh, okay, over 10 years. Oh, okay. So then she may, if she's been out for over 10 years, she may seek, you know, admission. She can try to come back, but she's gonna need some waivers. There's a lot there. But
okay,
without knowing whether okay, let me put it this way. You haven't said that the reason why they took away her citizenship was because they found out her marriage was fake. That's the only thing that I'm talking about. If they found out that your marriage is fake.
Yeah, maybe based on what
hers was the misrepresentation.
Yeah.
Misrepresentation.
So if it's based on that, then the 204 doesn't come into play. That's what I'm talking about.
The which one? Sorry.
The 204C bar doesn't come into play. If it's based off of how she entered and you know, her situation, it has nothing to do with
it's just for marriage.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Generally, you know, if your initial way how they achieve citizenship or not is fraudulent, that's what it is.
That's a different law.
Oh,
so there's a different rule. So the 204C, you know, it's based on fraudulent sham marriage. Fraud. That's that one. Okay. What she has done is misrepresentation and fraud, which is a different section of the law. So it's a different consequence there. So to that, I cannot say the 204C applies because it has nothing to do with marriage and being fraudulent marriage.
She came in initially and obedi drew. Into obedi drew no and unya
Mr. Andy.
Yeah. You might want to stop there. All right.
I'm kind of credential. Cancer don't translate more would be out. Okay. She cry and cook.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna say ChatGPT crowd, can't you?
Oh, catch you, pal. ChatGPT, but what I was saying is that I think say you're fan offline now or the friend na monkasa near who say if there's any possibilities, you may never know. The law has a lot of connotations to it and a lot of clauses are again, sometimes you have to test the law. It be crap now, lawyer crap should then read that part but we be man research every day who say we can test the law and push the law to 8 power and breadth to see how far be about it to be strong friend office. Now why?
No worries.
Now, you know why I laughed when Mr. Andy asked to treat him? When Mr. Andy started speaking, right? First of all, I'm so Ghanaian. I knew he was African, but I thought he was from a different part of Africa, right? Because the accent didn't give a Ghanaian accent.
Yeah.
But though I knew he was an African, he didn't give a I don't know, no, I would teach him, and I'm saying, those teach. So that is good because anytime he comes on the show and speak, he always speaks in English. Well, Mr. Andy, thank you very much for always being a good patron of this show and also always coming with some great intriguing questions. But and then what was so so we have to Mr. Andy will reach out to you and we'll just take it from there. All right. So the Son of Man, Onipaba Eba. Onipaba say, I went for a marriage-based green card interview on it's the same. I'm reading questions now, Sana. Maybe why. I guess how long? Oh, okay, wait, okay. Review marriage-based green card interview on the date in the and my case is on review. How long is that going to take? And what are they reviewing again? Since my documents have been with them since February. The Son of Man, sir, you champion. You're champion. Because on Tiasie, what? And you're going to review you. Since February.
Wait, but interview, no, you said you went on your interview just this past June 30th.
Yeah.
Last week.
Mm-hmm.
I went for a marriage-based green card
they have the
interview.
documents since February.
Oh, no. So how it works, that's funny. So you filed for your, first of all, your case is very typical because you filed in February, you had an interview in June. That's about the current processing time. That's about 3-4 months. If you just had your interview last week, a few things could be happening. One, they need to review, make a decision possibly. Maybe the person who interviewed you may be a new officer who needs to review it with the supervisor. More often than not, they have to run background checks. That's what is likely happening. I went to an interview last Tuesday, and that's what the officer said. He said, I'm going to approve the petition. I just need to run a background, and wait for the information on her background to come back, and I can make a decision on the adjustment of status, which is the green card. So it could be that they're checking into your history. It could be a bunch of different reasons. It could be that the officer hasn't gotten to the case yet. But I will say that adjustment of status cases right now are going under strict scrutiny. A lot of, investigation and scrutinizing. I received a phone call from a USCIS officer last week, Thursday, for a case for a client who's in New York. And this is the conversation that we had, because she was asking me about something for a client. She wanted me to send something for one of our clients. And she said that, it's not necessary, but I'm just asking this because we're required to scrutinize everything. That is her words. So I'm saying that to you, that likely is the reason. It may have nothing to do with you per se. As long as you know that your marriage, dear, is a real marriage, you and your spouse are living together, or if you're not living together, you have a reasonable explanation why you're not living together, and everything went well at the interview, I would say you have nothing to worry about. It might just be procedure. So yeah.
And could it also be that they're reviewing more questions now?
It's very possible. It's very possible. Yeah. But February, you haven't waited long, because people used to wait over a year for a green card through marriage. So it's only February. Well, at least we're still in the same year.
At least you've had a date.
Exactly.
The Son of Man.
Yeah.
I like the name. All right.
Yeah.
Any other question? We have 6 minutes left. Please do not bring I checked Facebook. Hey, Pastor Posifa is watching us all the way from Ghana. Pastor Posifa, you are not sleeping by now. You are probably giving us the brokata. Pastor, God above you. You are baby empire. Pastor, in check said that about Pastor Posifa. Greetings to you wherever you are, and you are doing a marvelous job in Ghana. Any other question, please? If anybody has any other question, please bring it up, or forever hold your peace. Is that not what they say at the wedding grounds? I think that's how they stop saying it. But any other question? And I'll say if A-Class is here, he should just get ready for the closing remarks as well. If A-Class is here. If not, then Dr. Danny, get ready. Because if there is no other question, we're not gonna hold her up. We're gonna give her back her time. That way, hey, there's a P.K. here. Say your shirt days, just do it.
Your shirt says.
Just do it. Your shirts, or say no, okay, days. Okay, just do what? Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do the right thing in life. I think so. I'm the only good P.K. P.K. So P.K., do the right thing. The officer asks only 2 questions. Kai, the Son of Man, or the broke Katani, the Kosi Horde of it was only 2 questions.
I'm curious if I can ask. What were the questions?
Don't you want to take that offline?
It depends. I'm just
okay.
Yeah,
PK, Son of Man, type the questions. If it's not readable, I won't read it.
Yeah, because people usually say 2 questions, but then you ask more, and it's usually like 6. So I just really want to see if it's really 2 questions. So, here we go. The questions are coming in now. 4 minutes to go.
Pastor Paul says that, thank you so much for your kind words. I'm not commenting on Ghana Black Star. Pastor Paul, God bless you. And please, just like you guys say the wedding vows, forever hold your peace. All right, so we have one question. I said, me number, me ready, and telephone number. Wow.
Okay.
And don't quite question number 1, right? Okay, question number 2, section A.
Yeah, that's interesting.
The son of that, we're waiting for question number 2. We are 3 minutes old.
I think
Oh, Sandra
Sandra.
came with a question. It says, please, what form can I fill to apply for visit for my mother? Good question.
So you don't apply anything for your mom. Your mother is supposed to complete the DS-160. So you're not filing for your mom if you're talking about a visit, unless you're filing for her to come and get a green card, which if that's the case, you must be a US citizen. So if she's truly coming just to visit, that's a visitor's visa, B1, B2, and you wouldn't be the one, I mean, unless you want to fill it out for her. But it's a DS-160. It's available online. That's the form.
All right, so we're gonna take this last question from Joel. Joel, in the way you late to class.
Hey, please, oh.
Uh, Joel says, okay, I wanted to ask that about the issues popping up about pursuing a second master's in the United States. Please, can you speak to it? Is there any issue like that going on?
So it's not an issue about pursuing a second master's. There's talks and discussions about limiting the length of time that a student visa holder can remain in the United States. So right now, when a person comes into the United States on an F1 student visa, it says duration of stay, which means that you are allowed to stay in the United States for as long as you're abiding by the international students rules, which basically is you're in school full time and you're not working without authorization. What governs a student visa holder to allow them to stay in the United States is an I-20. So as long as your I-20 is valid, you can stay here without an issue. Now, what they are looking to do is change it from duration of stay to actually put a specific date, which is a lot like your visitor's visa. Your visitor visa says that you are supposed, maybe even if it's multiple entry, it expires, 5 years, and you're allowed to stay here for 6 months. They sort of want to do that for the international students so that at most you can stay is 4 years. So if you come to the United States, let's say to go to school to get your bachelor's degree, after the 4 years, you would have to either file for an extension or go back out and then come back in on a new visa. That is what he likely is referring to. And that would affect your ability to apply for a second master's. Right now, if you come and let's say you get your bachelor's, you have your bachelor's in psychology, you decide, okay, I want to go get my master's, you can just keep going. As long as you have an I-20, you can keep going, even if the visa and your passport has expired. But they want to change that.
Okay. All right. So Naman says, about why no money they file any taxes. So, and they
Oh,
did it
okay.
with their kids. So that was Charlie. What that forget it.
Yeah. If that's all they ask you, then good for you. Congratulations.
What that just give it up to me. Say 2 weeks be from June 30th. No, you should have some good news. I prophesy. Lawyer, thank you very much for coming. It's 7 o'clock on the dot, and we're not gonna hold you up. We are very, very grateful for your time, and to all our viewers and all listeners, want to say thank you all for keep supporting this show. Director, can you please unmute yourself and sign out with Lawyer RHODA for us, Director, please. If Director
Yeah.
Itas is here, okay, all right, Director Danny, go ahead.
Lawyer, I'll say thank you for your time and every knowledge that you've given to us. We hope to meet you again. And pardon that we couldn't get the email out. Probably next time we're gonna get the numbers, and so the message will push through. So thank you very much. See you next week.
Hey, next week.
All right.
Hey, next week. Did I say next week?
You
Oh,
said
sorry.
next week.
PK.
Next quarter.
See you when I
RHODA
see
is
you.
usually, yeah,
Sorry.
Lawyer RHODA is usually every quarter, but when it's emergency, she will come in. But
Yeah.
So next quarter.
Yeah.
So
All right.
but next quarter,
I'll
and
see you
it's
soon.
technically July, August, September. This July, they're next, so she can come anywhere from August, September.
Okay.
That's
So
it.
next week is it's fitting right now. Next quarter is just next week, so no problem.
Hey, Mom.
All right.
Patrol, you won't be down. You started July 1st. Calm down. So she's
All right.
not
Thank
coming back
you
this
so
month.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Lawyer. Thank you very
RHODA.
All right.
much.
God
Bye-bye.
bless you.
All right.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we draw the curtains for the main segment, which is Time with Touch of Sand, with our very own Lawyer RHODA. She is a bona fide member of Time with Touch of Sand, and she's been with us for a very long time. She actually transcended also into the UK show as well, so you'll see her every now and then on the UK show on Thursdays as well. Thank you to all our sponsors for actually being there and also believing in us and getting us getting us where we are right now. I want to say please reach out to all the sponsors that we mentioned for all your good stuff and take advantage of it. I want to say big thanks to Tatopson for making this show outstanding. Again, the most commanding show on your screens every Monday at 6 p.m. See you next week with Nana Kwame Akoa, the financial analyst, to give us some great information concerning mortgages and also how to get your mortgages back home. HITV, and also follow Startups in Ghana as well. God bless you. I'll see you guys same time next week right here.